Hello, my name is Carl, I'm 2 Echo 0 Echo Zulu Tango, and in this video I'm trying out the amateur radio pod for the first time. Right, okay, so I'm here at the pod. The weather is bleak and the visibility is quite poor in the Peak District. Today is the first time I'm trying out the pod. I'm actually the first person, I believe, I'm the first person to actually try this out overnight. The electrics were put in yesterday. I mean, the ground, there's still some work going on here, so there's still more work to be done getting into the pod, but the electrics are in. It's lovely and warm in there, there's lighting in there. So I'm just going to set up the station. Let me just get out of this rain a little bit. I'm going to set up, hopefully get onto 80 metres, maybe 40 metres. I'm using quite a low slung G5RV, so I'm hoping that will get me on the air. It's not the ideal setup, but given the surroundings, it's the best that I can get up for the moment. But I'll get myself set up and then hopefully get on the air and see what's about. Right, we're inside the pod. It might sound a bit echoey because of the archway, but it's lovely. The finish in this shack, this pod shack, the amateur radio pod shack. The actual finish in here is absolutely wonderful. It's a bit chilly outside, it's probably about 3 or 4 degrees, but inside here, with the door shut and the heater is on hardly anything, so it's keeping the place really warm. I've got a view of mist. Got a table here, nice romantic table for 2. And then I've got my little cooking area here. I'm going to cook tonight. I'm going to cook. Sorry, Carl. I'm going to cook a curry tonight. So we're going to do our first amateur radio cookout. That'll be fun. So kettle, little stove there, toaster. Brought some food and all my bits and bobs for cooking. Yeah. So let's get set up and then see how we get on. This is good. I did initially think that having such a low slung antenna, I would have difficulty tuning it in and getting anything. But at the moment, I've got those stations booming in on 80 metres, and hopefully later when it gets darker, we should get more. So I'm using the romantic table for 2. For amateur radio, table for 1.
400 watts. If you exceed 400 watts, then the ALC fallback should begin appearing. Yes, okay, it might go to 500 watts before it starts, you know. 200 watt PA.
Yep, getting quite a few stations in on 80 metres, still early. It is very comfortable in here, I must admit, it's very nice. You can't hear the wind outside or the rain, so you will get a good night's sleep in here. The floor is getting a little bit damp as I'm walking in and out, bringing the gear in and out. So maybe, I think eventually there'll be some sort of mat here to wipe your feet on as you come in, or else it ends up walking it down to where the beds are. So I guess it's just, these are just the early, well, I'm just the first visitor, I guess, the first guest. But lovely, yeah, really impressed. I'm just going to change over to 40 metres and see if I can tune in on 40. And then hopefully my extremely low slung G5RV will at least get me some contacts in the log. Portable. 2 Echo 0 Echo Zulu Tango portable. Yeah, 2 Echo 0 Echo Zulu Tango portable.
1 moment, 2
2 Echo 0 Echo Zulu Tango portable. Echo Zulu Tango Tango Tango. Yeah. Right, so I've got the this is just listening to the local repeater, and then I'm just on 20 meters at the moment. Just slowly getting some contacts in. I think it'll pick up later, especially on 80 meters. I reckon I'll get a few contacts in. You never know, I might even get a packet. So I'm going to try and prepare the food on here and cook on that at the same time, so I've got that much space to work in. So the challenge is just trying to make a one pot meal, but try and make it healthy and tasty. So in this, brought with me Dr. P's for drink. There's my knife, cutlery. Brought an onion with me as well. Garlic. Inside here from my spice rack at home. For this curry, let's just bring this out. We're going to be using some ground coriander, garam masala. We're also going to be using a bit of Madras curry powder, cumin, and maybe some turmeric. We may not need it, depending on what's in the Madras curry powder. Got some fenugreek leaves, salt. So that's they're the dry spices. In here I've got coriander, got some bird's eye chilies, got some larger chili peppers. These aren't really hot at all, so I'll use a couple of them. Brought in like a naan bread, tomato, and chicken as well. So they're the sort of the wet ingredients. So we're going to build up the base with the spices, with ginger and garlic. I make almost like a dry paste inside here. Dry fry the chicken into that, and then build up the sauce as well. So that's the plan. Right, just got the onions just softening there. Chopped them quite fine. That'll help to form almost like a paste, like a base for this. You can later on, if you wanted to, bring in much more rustic chopped onion to create part of the meal itself, but tend to mostly just chop it really fine, and then that gives me a chance to get the base started. And that's the same for many meals. I tend to use an onion that way. Just chopping up some garlic. I've got some ginger over there somewhere. Once that's softened a bit more, I'm going to chuck in the garlic and ginger, and then start to build the base up as well for this. Right, just put the garlic and ginger in now. Don't want to have it too hot, or else if the garlic starts to burn, it's quite bitter. And I'm just going to chop up the tomato. Once I've started to get some of the spices in, then I'll add the tomato, start to break that down into a base, and then I'll be good. Then start adding other ingredients in a bit. So the idea really is to sort of dry fry this a bit, try and get some of the, lift some of the flavours out. Just being careful it doesn't stick and start to burn the garlic. So just fry that down a bit more. Right, just going to add the tomatoes. And start to break this down a little bit. I might add a little bit of water to this. Let's get a bit of the concentrated tomato in as well. I'd like to depending on how fresh the tomatoes you have are really. Unfortunately, during the winter in the UK, the tomatoes have travelled a fair bit. I haven't really seen much in the way of sun. Right, I'm going to stick the lid on that, turn it down. Right, that's reduced quite nicely. Don't know if you can see that. The tomatoes have started to melt right into it. I'm going to try now and just get that temperature up and try and reduce this down now to a till it starts frying again. Once you start hearing that frying noise, then we can start adding the meat and the rest of the stuff and build the sauce up. Yeah, looking good so far. It smells delicious in here, in this little pod. It smells lovely. Yeah, so we're back now to frying. That's good. That's going to lift the flavour out, make it much more intense, because this is the base to which we're going to add all of the meat and the peppers, and then add a bit more water just to get the sauce with it as well. But I'm going to slow cook this for maybe an hour or so with a lid on. So just a little bit more on this. And all those tomatoes now have become part of the base, so that's good. Right, so those peppers are in there. I'm also going to add, because I like my curries hot, I'm going to add in one small pepper, chili pepper. What you can do with these, if you want to be able to, if you want just a flavour and not all the heat, or you just take off the end and then make sure that just take off both ends. So what happens then is actually the flavour comes out of that, and you can just remove that if you wanted to. But I make no excuses. I do like a warm curry on a wet and almost chilly night. Right, so yeah, that's wait till that starts frying again, and then I'm going to add a little bit of water for that to sit in, put the lid back on, cook all of that down until we've got a nice thick base, and all of the vegetables, the peppers start to melt almost. Right. Turn that down a bit. But tea was lovely actually, if I do say so myself. I'm going to try and get some more contacts in on 80 metres. They've only got a small handful at the moment. Today isn't really about getting some serious DX in or getting loads into the log. Today was just to come here and try out the pod, camp out, cook a meal, play a bit of radio, chill out a bit. So I'm not breaking a sweat over the radio. You can't hear a thing inside here. Occasionally you can hear a little bit of rain. If it comes down heavy enough, you'll hear the rain outside just rattling the outside a little bit. But that's quite relaxing, that's quite nice. I'm not sure what it's like when the wind's hitting this place yet. That's usually a really enjoyable sound when you've got the rain and the wind hitting somewhere if you're really cozy inside, which this place is. It's wonderful. So turn that around a bit. Right, I'm going to get myself a hot drink, play a bit more radio, and then chill out and get my head down, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. That was a fantastic sleep. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's still a little bit dark outside. Start getting a little bit light, but lovely and warm in here. I had the heating off last night. Pushed on a little bit for the moment. I got up at 4 o'clock and there was the US field day on. I tried to shout in, but I didn't get anywhere with them really, but I could hear a few US stations for a field day. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, can you just hit that like button, and please, if you're not yet subscribed and you're quite enjoying videos, hit that subscription button. That really helps as well. Please leave comments in. Have some fantastic comments in on the channel. I really enjoy reading through those comments, and yep, and look forward to the next video. So bye bye for now.